Why does this topic matter? Now, in the study, we found out that by 2030, 85 million jobs could go unfulfilled, costing the global economy 8.5 trillion. Now, this is a study that was done by Conferry. And we also found out that in the next, within the next year, let's say by 2031, 50% of employees would require reskilling. I think a large part of what the previous speaker was also alluding to. Now, companies are struggling to find the right talent, not just technical skills, but then soft skills as well, which essentially drives business success. So, what is the hiring? What is the hiring challenge? Now, it's more than just sort of like technical skills. The talent shortage is real. 81% of companies in India report being able to find the right talent. 69% of companies in APAC companies say soft skills are actually as important as technical skills. Something which we've all heard about, but it's sort of like just really coming up front with substantiating it with value, with values. Now, why do soft skills matter? Now, as the slide basically says, it directly impacts customer experience, quality, innovation, operational costs. Very well said by one of the partners who actually was a part of the research survey. 61% of companies believe that their workforce still lacks soft skills, but we continually keep on hiring, and this is what we've seen. Now, what is the cost? What is the cost of hiring people with not the right kind of soft skills? 62 million. Miscommunication due to language barriers costs companies close to 62 million. And this is sort of like a survey which was done by David Grossman back in 2016, when we are talking almost a decade ago. Now, we can imagine as to what that impact would be for this year, for these current years. Now, the reality, hiring for skills is tougher. India has always been a degree-based economy, and we sort of like always believed in degrees. Now, essentially what's happening is that there are a lot of challenges in hiring with the right kind of skills. What we essentially did was we basically, as I said, did a survey, just a quick highlight in terms of what we spoke. We spoke to a ton of L&D leaders within those specific segments, and we found out that, 8 out of 10 BFSI companies struggle to assess soft skills. There aren't the right kind of tools for them to actually test those skills. It's mostly done through face-to-face interviews. But imagine in the scheme of things, the sheer volume of people who actually go across and sit in these interviews. And only 30% of companies are satisfied with how well their recruiters identify the right kind of skills. Now, the question is, has technology been an enabler so far? Now, many companies, we've heard, have adopted HR tech solutions, but technology alone isn't the answer. It has to be a blend of AI-based assessment and human-led evaluations. Now, that's what is required by using the right kind of tools and the right kind of people. Now, what's the way forward? We need to sort of look at a new hiring strategy. We need to prioritize soft skills. Companies need to have very clear frameworks to identify and assess the right kind of critical soft skills. Hiring for skills, plain and simple, is equal to competitive advantage. I think that's the norm for the future. Now, what needs to be done is, as I said, there needs to be an adoption of technology, and there needs to be a shift in the mindset of moving away from traditional recruitment processes. Now, 8 out of 10 companies recognize the need to assess, upskill, and find the right kind of talent. And recruiters must be trained, not just taught, but be trained to identify better candidate connections, assess beyond technical abilities. The answer lies in building a smarter HR tech stack. Now, using different AI and analytics in hiring. Leaders are investing in custom hiring tools that not just aligns with skills adaptation, but also their business needs. Now, they're all critical when it comes to hiring the right kind of skills. And I've just sort of like given a quick brief overview in terms of what we've seen a lot of companies using and adapting to these places. Now, just a final thought while I realize that I've sort of like come to my time, hiring landscape is shifting. Traditional hiring processes won't work anymore. Companies must invest in skill-based hiring, upskilling recruiters, and leveraging technology strategically. That's basically the future. Now, what are we doing at Pearson? At Pearson, we support organizations with cutting-edge assessments, learning solutions, helping organizations identify, clearly diagnose, recruit, and develop top talent. I'd like to sort of leave you with a final thought, right? The future of work is not degrees, it is skills, because degrees look great only on a wall. Thank you so much for your time. You've been a great audience. I'll hand it over to the last speaker of the day. Again, have a great evening.